Alright, greetings everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome to another video here. Today I am in the mountains of Pennsylvania, actually the Pocono Mountains, and I'm up here at Hickory Run State Park. For anybody that's familiar with this park, if you can see what's behind me here, you know what section of the park I'm at right now. I am at what is called the Hickory Run Boulder Field, and it is a huge boulder field here. It's about 16 acres. I'll explain here in a minute as to how this formed or whatnot. It is packed today here, so I don't know how much talking I'm going to be doing once we go out into the field and stuff like that. I found a little area here where I can sit by myself, and I do have my trusty sidekick with today, if you want to call him that, or my assistant, whatever, my second set of eyes, I guess I should say, because when I go to crowded places like this with all the camera equipment that I carry and stuff, sometimes it's nicer to have a extra body with you to keep an eye on things. So my friend Mark is here, and you remember from the other videos when we were over in Copley over there at the Ironton Rail Trail and the Sailor Kilns over there, he was with me as well. So he's going to be with me today here, helping out here a little bit and stuff. So I'll show you the field here in a minute. Like I said, it is a huge boulder field. You can climb on it and stuff. There are a bunch of these boulder fields across Pennsylvania. I found some recently when I was on vacation up in Lycoming County. I found some that were on a mountain that you can actually see, and they're bigger than this. Is between Meckelhattan and Lock Haven. There's a place up there where there's a couple of them on the mountain you can see. There's also some places where the rocks have a ring to them and stuff. If you saw one of my other videos, I was over in the Pottstown area and filmed a park over there called Ringing Rocks Park, which is similar to this, except those rocks over there have a distinct ring to them when you hit them with a hammer. You can actually play music on them. There's also another one of those parks over in Bucks County somewhere. I forget exactly where. As far as another boulder field, there is a boulder field that's up in Hamburg. I think it's on the property of a privately owned campground up there or something. I don't know if it's publicly accessible or not. So I'm going to put links to information at the bottom, either at the bottom in the video here or at the description. In the comments section there, I'll leave information down there where you can find out more information on this stuff. But just looking here with some of the notes I have, these are the boulder field. They range in size from less than 3 foot to more than 30 foot in length. Some of these boulders, they consist of a hard and gray, red, medium grained sandstone or conglomeramic. These words are going to be hard for me to pronounce. Sandstone from the Catskill Formation, which forms the adjacent ridge lines. Some of them are more angular and stuff, depending on what type of rock they are. The process, one of two processes, both involving periglacial process, explains the formations of the boulders. Boulder-sized blocks are generated from the fracturing of an upslope bedrock outcrop by an alternating freeze and thaw. So basically, the stuff that's here is from like the ice ages and stuff. Some of the information in here dates back to 600,000 years ago to 900,000 years ago and stuff. And I'll put all these the information here in the description at the bottom and stuff. From what it says here and from what tests they did here, they came to the conclusion that this area here at this boulder field was actually covered with ice at least once. So there was definitely an ice age here at some point, which was, hundreds of thousands of years ago. So with that, we're going to turn you around here and we're going to walk around here. There are many trails around here that you can use to get here. There's two ways of getting here. One is you can drive back here. There's a big parking area here, or two, there you can park somewhere and walk back here. This is my second time coming here, and both times I drove back here and stuff, but it's easier to drive back here for me. And like I said, this does get full, especially during the summer. This is a Saturday when I'm here filming this, and this place is packed. In fact, the whole park itself is packed. Coming back here, we passed an area along the road where there must have been close to 100 cars or something like that parked and people getting out. So for whatever reason, this is a popular spot right now, and it probably has something to do with, you know, what's going on out there in the world and everything, which we're not going to bother getting into because everybody's probably sick of hearing about it. So we're going to turn around here and we're going to walk out here in the field and check some of these boulders out. Alright, so here we are. This is the boulder field. And as you can tell by the people around here, it is very busy here today. But it's hard to believe something like this could be formed, you know, hundreds of thousands of years ago. And like I said, you can leave your comments in the bottom here and stuff if you know more about the field here than what I'm talking about. But it looks a lot bigger, but it is, from what the information I got, it is 16 acres. And there are trails that go around the whole boulder field here, so if you don't want to walk out here on these boulders, you don't have to. So there's trails that loop around here that you can follow. We're going to venture out here. I want to try and get out to the center where this huge boulder is, and my assistant Mark raised a good question which I don't have an answer to, but I want to see if I can find a spot out here and show you the area. He was wondering how deep it is, and the information that I found doesn't give a specific depth as to how deep this field is. But there's an area somewhere out through here where they literally move the rocks by hand to try and find the bottom, and it goes down a foot or so, or maybe 2 feet, and still didn't have the bottom of it yet. So I'll just do a little bit of a zoom here for you. If you're not good on climbing across things, I do not recommend this. Some of these rocks move. Also, obviously, wear your proper foot attire coming out here. I don't recommend wearing flip-flops or anything like that coming out here and doing this. Sneakers or boots, preferably hiking boots, to do this. And I wouldn't wear shorts either. That's just me. In case you would fall and get spun up, at least you got fabric there. If you got pants on, at least you got material there protecting your legs and knees and whatnot. Alright, so I made it out here a little piece ways from where we started, and I found this area that I want to show you as a reference point here as to how deep this thing can be. If you come out here and you start walking out, you'll know the area where I'm at, because it's going to be a different color to the rocks. So it'll be, the rocks will look darker, and then you'll be able to find this hole that somebody had dug here, or more or less moved, I should say, the rocks where they were and everything. So back there is where we came from, but over here, hopefully it turns out on the video, you can see the different area, and this is the hole, which I'll give the camera here to Mark. And I'll walk down in there and you can actually see how deep it is. But you can tell that they moved them here, because the rocks are more of a, at least they look like a brownish color to me, rather than a grayish. Yeah, they're not sun weathered. That's what Mark just whispered in my ear. Sun weathered. That's what I was looking for. So Mark can hold the camera here, and I'll climb down inside here and you can see. Alright, so as you can see from me standing here, changed the camera angle a little bit and I gave it to Mark. So my waist or my stomach is about where the top of the field is. So this hole that was dug here by hand is going down probably 2 or 3 feet, and I can't see ground from where I'm at, but I did find an area down here where there's water. So there is water underneath these rocks, and I'll show you with the camera here when I get done doing this section. But probably about a good 3 feet down, and there's still rocks here yet. It's not solid ground. Right, you can see here at my feet, you can see the water that's there. So it's just laying there. It's not running or anything, but there's still rocks down there yet, and it hasn't, I don't see ground yet. So it could very well go down more yet. How long, I don't know, but you can tell. You can tell that it's dense. The area here is very dense just by the sound that's making, just moving that rock and rocking it back and forth. So we're going to venture out that way yet a little bit, see if we can find the big boulder that's out in the center. I just saw this. Looking over there, somebody had made some man-made rock formations there, I guess, that are supposed to be what the Indians used to do, and are trying to, for lack of a better word, mimic it, but it's not an actual Indian pile of rocks. Because I know for a fact those weren't there 3 years ago when I was up here for the first time. And I was actually up here in 3 years ago. It was the end of September when I was up here, so it was beginning of fall. And the leaves were just starting to change up here. Alright, so I found another hole out here. Hopefully this is picking my voice up and stuff. But I found another hole out here that I climbed in. So Mark's holding the camera about where the tops of the rocks are and everything. So I don't get to see how this looks until I get to edit it and everything. But just to give you an idea of how deep this is, I'm still standing on some rocks down here and there isn't ground. The last one I was at there, I said it may have been 3 feet. It's probably closer, maybe 4 feet, maybe 5 feet. Because I'm 5'10", so, and like I said, I'm standing on some rocks here, which I'll bring the camera here and I'll show you what I'm standing on. But again, there's still no bottom, and this is dug out. That somebody dug this out, moved all these rocks by hand, and there's still not ground yet, that it's still rocks down in here. So I'll show you that here in a minute. All right, so now I got the camera. And this is the exact same spot that you just saw me in the other clip there. I'm staying on these rocks. And right down here is the standing water, but as you can see, there's still rocks here. It's not really, I don't consider it solid ground. It may look like it, but there's still rocks there, so I don't technically consider that solid, regular ground. So I don't know how deep this actually is, but this will give you I'm holding the camera chest level.
So it's right now.
And this is what you see at chest level. And I said, I'm 5'10". It's just the sound. I'm just standing on this rock, just rocking back and forth. And you can hear you can tell it's dense, this whole area.
It's an Indian tom-tom.
I just thought that'd be a neat sound to put on the video. We're almost at the destination I want to get to out here. Alright, so if there is a center to this rock formation, again, it's about 16 and a half acres. So if there is a center to this, when I looked it up on the map, this is the center point right here, this big boulder that's here. So I'll spin you around here and you can see where we came from to get out here. I just gotta watch myself stepping on these rocks because a lot of them are loose. But where we came from and I started filming was way back there. So we walked a good distance to get out here. Like I said, this is as close to center, I guess, as you can get. May not be the actual center, but this is what they reference when they say the center of the field is this big boulder here. And if you start walking out towards the center, it'll eventually present itself. It'll stick up. It's very noticeable. So we're going to start making our way back. But we'll spin you around here and just give you some looks here from the center. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed that video there of the boulder field at Hickory Run State Park. It's not a long video, but I at least wanted to share that with you. So if you do come up here, just keep in mind on the weekends it does get full, as I'm back at the parking area and there are a lot of cars here. So hopefully you found it interesting and you didn't find it boring. And again, down at the bottom in the description I'll put links and you can find out information on the park up here in the field and stuff. So thanks for coming along. If you enjoyed the video, give it the thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button at the bottom, and there's a bell down there too if you want to get notified when I upload new video and content to YouTube. So again, thanks for coming. Till next time, have a ball and do it all. We'll see you soon.